Noise.
There it is.
Noise.
Just making sure that you can hear me. Oh yeah, we good. Let's get the thumbnail up. It's going to be the same one that I've been using. Then I'm gonna share the live stream. Don't know if anyone will show up. It's kind of late, but and shared.
Noise.
Okay, so the other day when I was trying to actually stream from YouTube and use OBS, my internet would like just die on me. Internet looks perfectly fine tonight. It's weird.
Noise.
Make sure it looks great. Right, just gonna wait a little bit. Playing Honkai Star Rail again because every time I do a poll on what people want me to stream, Honkai always wins. I think next stream I'll play something different. Though, so once again, I'm working 7 days straight. I gotta make it through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So until sorry, I'm getting distracted. Until that is over, I will mostly be live streaming because I just don't have the time right now. to come up with like a normal video where I can really sit down and put a lot of time into. This is going to be a slightly shorter stream because it is late at night. I don't know how many people will actually show up to watch, but I wanted to get something up on the channel today. Next stream, let's see, I close tomorrow, and then I open Tuesday, and then I close Wednesday. So Tuesday night, if I'm not too tired, I might do another stream. And then, of course, the 25th, which is not next week, but the week after that, me and Jess will finally be doing the Bumblebee live stream. To talk about that, I'm going to be talking a little bit about RWBY in this video, because the Rooster Teeth live stream happened. We didn't learn a whole lot, but it was definitely a good thing for what was said. Once again, sorry, no camera. I just don't have time tonight to get the camera and all that set up yet, or the background or anything like that. So, once again, I'm streaming off my PlayStation just because it seems to work better than YouTube and OBS. I'll try and get that worked out soon. But I'm also going to be talking about my favorite Dragon Ball memories from my childhood, because, you know, I did grow up with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I used to go outside with my nephews and other friends and scream and try to throw Kamehamehas at each other and try to go Super Saiyan and all that. So with the passing of Akira Toriyama, I think it's just, you know, something that I would do. But yeah, just mostly live streaming this week, and then once I am no longer being killed at work, I will get back into doing regular videos. Though, like I said, I want to try and stream at least once a week when regular content is going up. So I already did all my daily stuff because I didn't want to waste time on camera doing that. I've actually saved up quite a bit because I'm saving up for the next banner. Like, I've already got Sparkle. I don't really want this guy. I have no interest. And I already had, I call him Shampoo, but and I've got the girl in the middle. I forgot her name. She likes to play Mahjong. The only one I didn't have besides Sparkle when this started was the one on the right, but I got lucky and was able to get her. Whoops, wrong button. So these are the characters I have so far. You get her for free later, but I already pulled her. So, but yeah, these Hanya, that's who she is. So yeah, she was the only one I didn't have out of that group when it went up. So I was able to get her. I'm so happy I got both Black Swan and Sparkle. Like, I am having so much better luck with Honkai than I ever did in Genshin. I would love to have Himiko. I really hope it's not long until Kafka's banner comes back. But, definitely want her. Like, yes. And apparently you get links for free later. So, or by doing a quest. Okay. So, yeah, this quest I tried earlier and it is a pain. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to attempt that again. The simulated universe, I might wait a little bit on that as well. So we're going to be doing Rarely Affectionate, which is a Clara quest, and then Farther Than the Snow Plains, which is given to you by Serval and her brother, because I had no idea that Lynx was their younger sister. So yeah, and then we've got this one. I kind of already accidentally started because the quest just started when I got close to Asta, and I had to turn in another quest that involved her. So yeah, have not touched that one else either. So yeah, we're gonna do this Clara quest. So let's get the quest started.
The thief has stolen parts again? How am I going to track down this crook? Oh, it's you. There have been a few unusual...
How is she okay walking around barefoot in the snow?
The vagrants say that the parts they worked so hard to obtain have completely vanished. They're worried that there's a thief in the dwelling. Despite our investigations, no one has been able to track down the thief. What's even stranger is that the thief appears to be only interested in stealing parts and doesn't care about other valuable items.
Really?
The vagrants had
well,
no
that's some
choice but to ask Mr. Svarog to look into it.
Some crappy thief then, ain't it?
He still hasn't found anything. I investigated the matter myself, but I came up empty-handed.
Oh, you tried your best.
Jeez. I'm baffled. What a strange thief. Are you also here to look into this case? Perhaps if we work together, we can uncover some clues that I missed. It's just... I haven't found enough clues yet. The thief is really tricky. They haven't left any traces in the dwelling. Oh! I heard the vagrants on patrol last night ran across the thief again, but I haven't had time to look into it. Should we go ask them?
Well, yeah, that's investigation.
You sound so cool. You're like one of the characters from Mr. Svarog's movies. Aren't they called detectives?
Well, yeah.
Seeing you so fired up has me excited.
That's
too.
what I was just talking about.
Now, let's get started.
Okay, so when it comes to the information we learned about RWBY during the live stream, like, sadly there's not much. Like, it's not enough to warrant like an entire live stream. Pretty much RWBY's in the same boat as it was before the news about Rooster Teeth's shutdown.
Who stole the parts last night? Can you tell us what happened?
Looks like he's having a headache.
Who's there? Oh, Clara, it's you. I thought it was... You scared the living daylights out of me.
Someone's jumpy.
Last night, but who is this person next to you? Trailblazer? Oh, I know. You're the outsider who's made a name for themselves around town, right? Oh, wow.
You could say that.
I feel way better knowing that a big shot like you is here to catch the thief. Hold on. I'll explain what happened last night. Just let me gather my thoughts first. Okay. So, last night I was on patrol when I bumped into the thief stealing the parts. Then I just... Goodness, I was so scared. It was dreadful. I was cold and hungry while on patrol last night, so I decided to return to the dwelling and eat some leftover canned food for a snack.
Yummy. Came back to get you some good old-fashioned potted meat, huh?
I entered the tent. The thief's silhouette scurried across my vision. I couldn't see the thief's face because the tent was so dark, but I could tell he wasn't a nice guy.
Aw, did he steal your potted meat?
Because when he turned to flee, he swung a knife right across my face. In that moment, I really thought I was going to die. I could feel the blades chill on my cheeks and smell its rusty scent. The weapon that fella had was definitely a metal one. That's the only thing I'm certain of.
I think you're embellishing
Also,
a little bit.
I saw the outline of him in the dark. The fella's head was absolutely square. Yes, you heard me. Square.
That's insulting.
You believe that? Someone with a
Gives
square
true to
head
the old insult blockhead, huh?
Oh, you're right. I see. I'll jot it down. Sir, please take a deep breath.
Yeah, please breathe.
So, the thief was armed with a metal weapon and had a, square head. Correct?
It was SpongeBob square. Well, no, SpongeBob, his whole body is square. It's not really... you know, really, if you think about it, SpongeBob is really like his head and body are the same thing. It's disturbing.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm struggling to make sense of these clues. Do you have any thoughts?
How can you just accuse me like that?
Because I don't believe your story.
Terrified. How could I be an accomplice?
I'm sorry. She was just joking. Please don't take her seriously.
Yes, I remember something. While the culprit was hurrying to escape, he knocked something over. He may have left some clues or something.
This is a crucial clue. Let's go investigate the crime scene together.
I think he ran that way. No one has touched the crime scene, so any traces he left behind should still be there. Please, catch the thief for us.
Okay. Interesting story.
Take a look at these marks. These are very suspicious. Could they have been left by the culprit? They point in that direction. Let's go take a look.
But anyway, it really seems like that Carrie is going to try his best to finish Ruby. I'm gonna go this way just to kill some time. But really, they pretty much said the same thing that was said not too long ago. That they are definitely talking with partners, which is good. You know, the key word here is they're not looking like. That's one thing. You can take it in different ways. Does this mean they're just looking for a partner, in meaning that they haven't found one, or when it says they're looking for a partner is because they found them and they're currently talking to them? I think it's the latter. I think they pretty much did say they were talking to partners, so that's good news. It's very good news. And also, we got confirmation that all the Volume 9 stuff that was announced, like RWBY Volume 9 Beyond and stuff like that, that is still happening. That will still be released. The extended epilogue, all that, it will still be released, which is a relief.
And look at these. How unusual. They don't appear to have been left by a human.
Pretty much, I'm of the mindset is that, you know, someone's definitely going to be interested in getting Ruby and finishing it. I think it's only a matter of time. I think that we will see it. Who knows when it'll happen. Hopefully not too long. The only deal breaker for me would be if Carrie isn't involved, if none of RWBY is involved, if they change the voice talent. Like, there'll be, like, I could, like, it will fail if they don't make sure those things happen, because there will be people who will not watch it. I can't really say I would watch it if Lindsay isn't Ruby, if Kara isn't Weiss, if Aaron isn't Blake, and if Barbara isn't Yang. I really don't know if I would trust anybody to be in charge besides Carrie.
This is where the mechanical waste is disposed of, though. Could it be... Oh, okay. I'll follow you. Let's split up. Wait. What's that noise?
My soul crushing. How much on bet it's a giant robot? It's a robot, R.
Tiny robot? Is it searching for something? But I don't remember Mr. Svarog issuing an order like this recently. It looks like it's carrying the Vagrant's missing parts. And those
It's the robot.
Switches we noticed earlier. It appears we're thinking the same thing. The small robot doesn't appear to be a Bellobot creation. It looks like it's been welded together from random scrap metal materials. It appears to have a small mechanical arm. Ah, it's noticed us.
Human. Injured. No. Hurt. Please don't.
I don't understand what it's saying, but it doesn't appear to be trying to flee or attack us. It appears to be trying to say something. Human, please, don't hurt.
Well, hey, she did understand.
Trying to say, please don't hurt me, humans?
Human. Parts. Rivets. Need. Repair. Need. Town. Parts. Need. Hurt. Don't.
Okay, calm down.
It appears to have a malfunction, but I think I can understand it. It seems that it needs these parts, and it's begging us not to hurt it. I've never seen a robot with this kind of malfunction before. What happened to it?
It is faking.
Although the small robot appears to want to communicate, its speech is all scrambled. Perhaps there's an issue with its language module. This little guy probably can't understand what we're saying either.
Really? That's your explanation?
Run. Escape. Open. Fire. Workshop. Chase. Don't.
It's running away. No, we can't let it escape. It still has the Vagrant's part. What should we do? We gotta stop it. But please don't be too rough on it. I'll figure out a way to repair it later.
Well, what do you want me to do? It's kind of hard to beat a robot into submission.
Pain. No. Hurt. Don't. Pain. Suffer. Sorry. Parts. Sorry.
The seal of ill fate descends.
Sorry. Hurt. Suffer. Pain. No. Pain. Sorry. Sorry. Pain. Hurt. Sorry. Suffer. Sorry. Sorry. Pain. Sorry. Ouch. Pain. Sorry.
Why?
This is sad. Like, I legit feel bad.
Pain. Suffer. Sorry.
It seems to have stopped working.
Oh, that's sad.
Was it begging for mercy? I'm not sure what happened either. I feel bad about this. I guess we should return this little fella and the parts. I think I can... I'll repair it. And if I can't, I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to do.
Okay. That was interesting.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Clara.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves.
How do I do that?
This paint job and these custom parts, and the way the parts are attached, it's all quite strange. But one thing is for certain. This little fella is not under remote control. He's operating entirely of his own accord. Its design is, well, unique.
That was creepy music.
I've never seen a robot with a design like this before. It really seems like something that was thrown together rather quickly. Its creator most likely didn't consider whether the system would function properly or not. Is it a failed robot pet creation that has been abandoned?
I don't know. You tell me.
But if it's a pet, then why would it gather parts itself?
It's hungry.
I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades. Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. Some are interested in nurturing robots. Others force them into battle. If my memory serves me right, the parts this little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet upgrade. That's not the word I'd use. I guess most people only see robots as tools. I'll try not to hold it against you.
Oh my gosh. The dialogue in this game.
I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small robot. This jack's placement is odd. The chip is buried deep inside. If you don't look closely enough, you won't even find it.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98.2%. The assessment concludes that a total recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone sells this kind of thing. However, there must be some robot shells lying around the machine graveyard. Everyone calls it a graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts buried there. I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first. Then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard, big sister? Really? You could then... I'll entrust this task to you, big sister.
Whoops, didn't mean to do
Toby
that.
at the front entrance. His appearance is crude, but he's the robot most familiar with the machine graveyard. Just follow Toby.
Okay. Toby, huh? Had to give it a name that goes with most demons and monsters. I'm just playing with Toby.
Hello, guests of Miss Clara. Please do as you wish. It's my honor to serve you. Miss Clara has assigned me the task of planning
Show me the way.
graveyard. I will guide you down the path.
Well, lead the way. Spider,
Would you like to
traffic-like
engage in
looking
some
robot.
spinning? If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise 10 times, then clockwise by 270 degrees.
Oh crap, how about... Ah crap, I got confused there.
threads of destiny, the seal of ill fate descends. Turn up the volume.
That'll take more than medicine.
Destiny's hand has truly blessed me. To the finish.
Okay, let's get through this fight real quick.
I'm okay.
What would you like to know? Again, the ill tidings manifest. Let's rock!
Savor the vigor of life.
Aw, seriously.
Memories are ever beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss!
Okay, let's not do that again. Ah, seriously. Ah. At least it's just one round.
That's it. The threads of destiny, the seal of ill fate descends. Keep up. It's like tempo.
You're in bad shape.
Lance up the ready. To the finish. Mind your manners. What would you like to
These
know
robots
this
are
time?
annoying.
Again, the ill tidings manifest. Turn up the volume.
Nap time.
I'm on guard. The threads of destiny, the seal of ill fate descends.
That was really annoying.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
We have arrived at our first destination.
First.
This model is known as the Dire Wolf, and was scrapped after it sustained piercing damage during a battle with another robot pet, which caused the chainsaw's fuel tank to burst.
Robot pet battles sound a little frightening. The inside of the armor is a total mess due to being melted by the heat. Unfortunately, it appears to be useless.
We are on our way to the second destination. Please take a seat, buckle up, and hold tight.
Oh yeah, we'll make sure to do that. So exciting.
Caution! You have exceeded the speed limit. Please obey Bellevog traffic laws. On the road, safety is the top priority.
Really? I mean, you do look like a traffic light.
We have arrived at our second destination. This module is called the Beetle, which is the same as mine. This machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after it incorrectly interpreted a command, causing the engine to catch fire and the core module to melt down.
That is such an odd reason to be scrapped. However, the shell appears to be in good condition, so I'll bring it with me.
Your trip has concluded. Please keep an eye out for vehicles approaching from the back or sides, as well as enemies and automatons. Your trip has concluded. I appreciate you putting your trust in Toby.
Toby!
Star review for this trip has been
Yeah. Enough. That's it. Let me go. Jeez. Wow, already been going for about 30 minutes. Once I finish this quest, I'll talk a little bit more in detail.
it's time for a break. You shouldn't repair machines when you have negative emotions. It's bad for your physical and mental health.
Wow. Speaking truth.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. I'm fine. Oh, you're back already. How did it go? Did Toby help you find a shell? This shell... It doesn't appear to be the same design as this little fella's, but it
Well,
should
what do you want me to do? There weren't exactly a whole lot of options laying around.
Thank you for bringing this to me. I finished extracting that chip from the small robot. Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the new shell.
She can do a lot.
Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a good job. But what I just did... Is it any different from those pet upgrades that the Vagrants perform?
Not compatible. Incompatible.
Huh? It's making a strange sound.
Incompatible.
What's going on? Is it malfunctioning?
Incompatible. Incompatible. Incompatible.
Risk level high. Clara, get away now.
Uh-oh.
Big sister, watch out! It's out of control!
Oh, I thought it was going to blow up.
Incompatible. Incompatible.
Okay.
This song's just for you. Keep up. My tempo!
That'll take me. Savor the vigor of life.
I'm on guard.
Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarog and Big Sister acted fast. Why did the little fella... Was there a compatibility issue?
Troubleshooting. Assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically. The current issue has been resolved. Risk level low. Alert lifted.
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the battle. That's great, but I'd like to keep a closer eye on it for a while. Compatibility tests should take a few days. Hopefully, it'll be all back to normal by then. I'm also curious about where this little fella came from. Could you please come back later, Big Sister? I need to look into something. I may require your assistance. Thank you, Big Sister.
Okay, we'll come back later.
This little fella is fixed. Mr. Svarog, I'd like to give this little fella a name. Any ideas for a good name?
Accessing name database. Search results. Abby, Abigail, Ada, Addison.
I should come back to Clara later.
Yay. Oh. Trailblaze level went up. Well, we got that really quickly.
How is everything? If you're ready.
Oh, whoops.
How is everything?
Alrighty. So yeah, like I said, I don't want this to be a very long stream. I'm not going to go as long as the last one. So I think at the end of the day, like, as RWBY fans, should we still try to be, like, on the fence? Like, should we be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Should we feel like we're out of danger of RWBY never coming back? I think with anything at this point in time, you should always be careful, because you never know what's going to happen. Now, of course, I could sit here and just be completely confident and say, oh yeah, and like I kind of am. Like, RWBY's coming back. It's not the end. The only time you should really believe that RWBY is not coming back, that it's over, that, you know, it was a good ride while it lasted, is if Carrie himself says, yeah, it's over. That is the only person you should believe. Now, of course, Carrie came off as hopeful as he could in the live stream. Let me see if I can find real quick what was exactly said. I'm not going to pull up the live stream. I retweeted what was said, though that has been a couple of days ago now. Let me see if I can find it. I've been retweeting a lot of Genshin and Honkai art on my Twitter the last few days, so it might take me a little bit to get through this, or maybe not. Okay, so apparently this was said that Jordan mentioned that RWBY Volume 10 is being worked on. He is confident that they can make it work. We are making progress, but it's slow progress. So apparently, if what is to believe from that is that Volume 10 is currently definitely being worked on by RWBY in some way. Now, we already know that before Volume 9 started airing, that they had already started writing Volume 10, even though it had not been greenlit. Now, is there any animation going on or anything like that? I doubt it. It may be writing continuing. It might be something like that going on. But after what Carrie said, I have no doubt that RWBY Volume 10 is going to happen. And after all that Carrie said about wanting to definitely make sure that they finish this story, that it continues, and that they are the ones involved, I don't know. Like, if all hope was lost, I don't see him trying to fulfill, like, it's, I don't see him just continuously trying to build people's hopes up, but I think Carrie knows a little bit more than maybe he is talking, that he's going to say right now. I'm happy that the Volume 9 bonus content is still going to be released. And like I said, they are still making progress on Volume 10. And, of course, Carrie is still talking to partners for Volume 10. And of course, also, Carrie saying that it was the greatest honor that he could think of, is that things they made inspired people. And also, apparently, he did say that he respects Monty for bringing him to Rooster Teeth, which was very touching. And he like I said, once again, wanting to finish RWBY with all his heart, finishing what they started. He's going to do his best. That was said. And, it gave hope. Like, hearing Carrie actually talk about things, that is what gave a lot of people more hope. And I'm glad that he was able to do that. Now, like I said, they said it's slow progress, so I'm surprised not many people are talking about, but apparently, yes, they're working on Volume 10 in some way. But hopefully we get news soon. Hopefully, definitely we get news on what partner has agreed to help with it. Hopefully we get news on who may be buying RWBY. And hopefully we get updates on Carrie still being a part of it, Eddie, Kiersey maybe, the rest of RWBY, and of course the voice talent. If the voice talent and Carrie and Eddie and everyone else is involved, I will be happy. Just get it away from Warner Brothers Discovery. Get it away from that sinking ship. Because WB just recently retired their something about Adult Swim, like games involving Adult Swim. So WB is a sinking ship. They're not doing well. Like, it's hit the end is near for WB, I think. But it's hard to say. I mean, this is the company that owns DC, that owns Looney Tunes and all that. Like, how could they just be in that bad of shape? But this is what happens when mergers happen. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. But as of right now, that's all we really know, is that RWBY is pretty much in the same boat it was in before all this was announced. Also, something I want to preface, Rooster Teeth is not immediately shutting down. Apparently, they still have 60 days, which is 2 months roughly, so they're still going to be around for at least 2 more months. Hopefully, the ones affected by this find employment. That's the most important thing right now. And if things couldn't get worse, I think it was the very day that the live stream happened where it was announced that Akira Toriyama had passed away. Now, I'm not going to go into too many stories because I have a lot. And like I said, I don't want this to be a extremely long stream today, maybe around an hour, and we're already at 48 minutes. I'm doing this while also looking around Steam because I need to play more PC games for you guys. And tell you the truth, Fallout New Vegas is looking really, really tempting. I haven't played that game in forever. But anyway, if you watched my video on Akira Toriyama, like the news and all that, I was a little emotional. But, seeing everyone celebrate his life, even mainstream news outlets and ESPN and all them talking about Toriyama, it's crazy to think that the man literally changed the world. He influenced the world so much that he's being talked about by outlets that usually wouldn't talk about anime or manga. It makes me happy that I was alive when Dragon Ball really took over the world. I'm happy that I was alive to see Super in what's hopefully was its first run. We still don't know anything about the continuation of Super as an anime. It's been talked about for a long while. Apparently it was supposed to have happened years ago, but it got postponed. Because I just hope we get the rest of Super animated. The Moro arc, the Granola arc, all of that. And of course we've got Daima coming. Because I don't think it's necessarily the end of Dragon Ball. Like I said in the last video, Torotaru has pretty much been called Toriyama's successor for a while now. So I think he'll continue it if he's allowed to. But it's an interesting thing. But really, the only story I can tell right now is me and my nephews, we used to, of course, go outside and we would... It was kind of like role-playing in a way. Like we were creating our own characters for an adventure, and I always picked Saiyans. Because, you know, I loved Dragon Ball, and I loved Super Saiyan. I thought Super Saiyan was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in all my life. And, hold on, how many... oh, where was it? 3,000. I've got 5 of these already, I think. Hold on. I'm getting distracted here, but I would like to at least do one pull for you guys. I've got 5. I can buy 5. Because I can earn these right back easily. Come on, move up. There we go. I still got over 2,000, so yeah, that's good. Let's do a pull. Ah, it's a purple light. Aw, man. I never pull characters on screen, it seems like. Ah, well, there's another one. At least I got something to... Oh, really? Shampoo. Ugh. 2 light cones and... I would love to pull Himiko, but my gosh, I don't think I'm ever going to pull anything big out of that. Only thing good out of this is that it gets his Eidolon.
Everyone has a colorful past, wouldn't you say?
Okay, well there was that. I wanted to at least do one pull for you guys. But, and I remember one time we were outside, and of course we were doing all this screaming because we were powering up. We were going Super Saiyan, or I was at least. And my dad spent a lot of time outside in his, there was our barn, then connected to the barn was a building of something. Like, you know, it was his workshop, you know, where he would go and piddle, as he called it. And he walked out one day and he was like, "What the hell are you all doing? It sounds like you're murdering each other." Like, he always made fun of us when when we would do stuff like that. And when we got in the pool, because we used to have a pool at our house, and we'd jump in. Of course, the water makes your hair wet, so we would try our best to stick our hair up when we'd go, like, you know, when we'd go Super Saiyan, we'd spike it up and we'd fight in the pool. Not really fight, but, you know, kick off the walls to acting like we're flying or dashing at each other. and, you know, landing fake hits. And, of course, you're in the water, so, you know, you could put your hands out the side and scream Final Flash and just send a big clashing wave at somebody. Or just splash each other and, you know, go Kamehameha and blow water in our faces. But yeah, that's the stuff I used to do back in the day. You know, it's just wild how much of my life would not be how it is if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. Like I said in that video, the first Japanese... Like, I didn't say it in this video, but I said if it hadn't been for Dragon Ball, I probably never would have tried Japanese RPGs. Because the first Japanese RPG that I ever played... And this was back in the day where, you know, all I had... This was before the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 1 was still, at that time, the newest PlayStation. Though I think the PlayStation 2 was very close to coming out. And, you know, the PlayStation 1 did not exactly have any protection from burnt games, where you would, you know, take a game and put it on a blank disc. And my uncle burnt me a couple of games, and one of them, and two of them became two of my all-time favorite games. One was Mega Man Legends, the first one. Love that game to death to this day. Love the sequel. I'm still heartbroken that Capcom never made Mega Man Legends 3. They were going to at one point, and then they canceled it. But the other one was a little game called Legend of Legaia. It is an RPG that was sadly overlooked because of, you know, I think it came out around the time of Final Fantasy VII, maybe, or maybe one of the others, but it was overlooked by those. One of the best RPGs I have ever played. I am so thankful that I still have a copy of it. I've actually got two copies. I've got the English version, and our friend Brittany was able to get me the Japanese version. So I have the English and the Japanese version, and I'm glad that I have it, because I bought, like, you know, of course I'm talking about the legit release of it. Like, I found a legit copy of it, and, you know, it was $30 maybe, you know, something around like that. We recently went to a secondhand video game store, and they had a copy of Legend of Legaia. They wanted $174 for it, and I'm like, wow, I am glad that I still have mine. But the reason why it's related to Dragon Ball is that the characters in it and the way the combat went reminded me of Dragon Ball. Legend of Legaia was an interesting game. It was a Japanese RPG, but it had, like, you know, random encounters and turn-based combat, but the combat was like a fighting game. You would put up high, low, left, you know, and right, and, you know, if the characters would attack like a fighting game in a way, and if you put in the right combination, you would come up with new attacks, or arts, as they're called. And of course, you would find these books that would give you hyper arts, which were stronger attacks. And I don't know, and like, it was also where I learned the concept of having to level up to face stronger bosses. It reminded me of having to train to beat the next villain. So I equated so much of Dragon Ball to that game that I fell in love with that game. I still love it to this day. I would love for at least an HD remaster, but because of that, I moved on to other things. Chrono Cross, Legend of Dragoon. We went to Walmart one night, and this was back when Walmart still carried PlayStation 1 games. They had Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. All of them were their greatest hits versions. All three were $20 a piece. My dad bought me all three of them. Now, of course, out of all three, Final Fantasy 9 is the one I fell in love with the most, and that was my introduction to the Final Fantasy franchise. I eventually went back and played Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. played 10 as it came out, all the way to today, where me and Jess literally play a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV almost every single day. Yes, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball, I never would have tried Final Fantasy. I would never be able to play what is probably my favorite game of all time, which is Final Fantasy XIV. I wouldn't be playing this game. I probably wouldn't have touched a game like Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. I never would have played anything like that at all, maybe. Because for the longest time, I really didn't touch video games. So, I owe Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball so much. If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, I never would have watched RWBY. I never would have watched The Legend of Korra. I never would have thought of doing this channel to cover RWBY and talk about other things and play video games. And that's why his passing has hit me more than any other celeb, if you want to give him that title, you know, because he didn't really live a celebrity lifestyle. He lived in solitude, pretty much. He was a very private man. But this one's affected me. I've not really been able to get over it the last couple of days. March is not a good month for me anyway. In March 2015, I lost my dad to esophageal cancer. Earlier this month, which it's March, we sadly lost Luna, our dog. The news about Rooster Teeth shutting down happened this month. And of course, Akira Toriyama passes this month. March has not been good. It's not been a good time. And it's unfortunate, you know, that stuff like that can happen. It feels like all like a coincidence. It's all happening at one part of the year or a single month. So guys, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I know we only did like one quest, but I'm exhausted. Like my eyes are getting heavy. So I'm going to end it there. We talked a little bit about RWBY. We talked about Dragon Ball. So we at least got all the check marks done in this stream. Next stream I will try to be Tuesday night, because I open Tuesday and then I close Wednesday, and then after Wednesday finally I'll have 2 days off. So I'll try and come up with a regular video on one day and maybe a stream on the next. We'll just see how things go. Keep an eye on my Twitter. That's where I make all the announcements. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I know we didn't get much gaming done, but this was more or less more of a talking stream. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. We are just 20 subscribers away from 800 subscribers. Please help us reach that really soon, because we're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. I can feel it. We will be hitting that soon. Please hit that like button. Please share it around. All that good stuff. As always, guys, this is Canaan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you in the next one. See ya.